Have you found yourself saying that you want things for yourself, but if you look at your life, you're not actually taking the action to get what you want? So I used to always tell myself, I want this, I want that. But then if I looked at my life, I wasn't even doing anything that would get me what I want. And I kept saying, I know I'm meant for more. I know I'm meant for this. I know I have so much potential. And I knew that when I would be ready or when this would happen, it would actually work out. I would get what I want. Yet years passed and nothing had changed. I would end up planning so much for what I wanted, for the life that I wanted, without ever taking action. I would go into this cycle called analysis paralysis, where I would overplan so much that it would literally paralyze me. It would not make me take any action. And that behavior was just completely holding me back, because I was just planning how I would get to where I want to go, but there was never any progress happening in real life. It was so delusional. It's almost like when people shit on manifestation, sometimes they're right, because some people think that if they just have wishful thinking, their life is going to happen. But the only way that your life that will change is if you do the behaviors that will change your life. But now my life has changed. My life is looking different than it has ever been. And that's because now I just want it bad enough. And I think that's what you need to do. If you want to change your life, you just have to want it bad enough. How do you want it bad enough though? That is like so abstract, right? Like, how can someone just feel like they just want it so bad that they're going to do whatever it takes? So this is my conclusion. This is how I have found out the fuel to my fire. You have to understand your pain. So your pains can be your insecurities. It could be your childhood traumas. It could be your limiting beliefs. Anything that is holding you back from taking action because of the pain that you carry. Your pain is a weapon, because let me give you a little bit of backstory. I grew up playing sports and I was naturally so athletic, and everything would kind of come easy to me, because when you're an athlete growing up and you're this prodigy, nothing else in your life really matters, because you're so successful in your sport. You get so much praise in your sport that everything else can be average around you and you're fine because you're so hyped up in your sport. But then I became a professional athlete today, and my first years becoming a pro has been so rocky. I've had so many failures, so many setbacks, and I've experienced a lot of pain. And at that point, I really had two options. Either I felt like I could be a victim because the coaches did me wrong, my teammates weren't supportive enough. If only this or this would happen, that would have never happened, so it's not my fault. I could have been a victim, or face my pain. And facing your pain means looking at yourself truthfully and realize all of your shortcomings, realize your imperfections, realize your lack of skills. But if you actually do that, if you just look at yourself and take your ego away and actually face where you're lacking, where you're not as good, and just accept the reality, you can grow from that. And the moment that you can overcome that pain or that fear of like facing your pain, you literally can overcome anything, because you're doing the hardest thing for yourself right now, is being real with yourself. That is so hard. But once I realized I could look at my imperfections and I didn't die from doing that, and that I could grow, I'm like, anything can happen in my life and I will just grow from it. And that's how I win. That's how I get better. That's how I can actually take action and make progress. Today, every time I have pain come into my life, I literally invite it. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. I had something recently happen to me, and this was a little bit outside of my control. It was external. It was people doing my grandma wrong. I know it sounds funny, but like some people disrespected my grandma, and it hurt me so bad, and she passed. And that pain, that disrespect has fueled me like you cannot imagine. It has made me so angry and suffer so much, and I'm just so mad that it's so unfair that someone would treat my grandma that way, that now I have all that energy, that fuel to be like, I'm going to get after what I want. I'm going to have the impact I want to make because I want to make my grandma proud. I want to carry her name because she is my role model. She has taught me who I am today. I see myself through her, and I want to respect her. And I'm going to do that by being self-disciplined, by taking the action, by getting out of my comfort zone, by doing things differently, by getting after what I want and respecting what I want. I'm going to face my fears and look at all of my imperfections and listen to tough criticism, because that's going to make me grow. And that's going to make me proud of who I am and proud of my family and proud to carry my name. You have to understand that when you want it bad enough, nothing can stop you. Nothing. You will get anything that you want, because no fear will stop you. No fear of like not knowing everything, or not being smart enough, or not being pretty enough, being too old, being too late, not having enough money. All these fears or limiting beliefs are not going to stop you, because that pain and that desire will be so close to you that it will fuel your fire. And that won't matter. And honestly, when I thought about it, I realized that there was really one pain that was holding me back. The pain of not being perfect. Like, it's almost like I grew up feeling like I had to be perfect. I know it sounds so weird to say, but I thought I was perfect as a kid. Because I was like, I'm a great human being. I don't lie. I'm kind to people. I make people laugh. I give love to others. I was like, I'm a perfect human being. That was my mentality. But then, and I know it sounds so funny to say, but I was like, as you grow up, you realize people talk behind your back. I still remember the first time that my friends did me dirty and like bullied me, and I was like so confused because I didn't think I deserved that. I didn't think there was anything that they could and it's not like I deserved it, but I didn't think that there was anything that they could be upset about me about. But obviously there are things that I did that probably annoyed them or pissed them off or whatever. So anyways, fast forward until later on, I realized that the pain of being imperfect created this fear inside of me. And the fear was not specifically the fear of failure, but I was afraid to be seen trying. Because failure is inevitable. Like, I understand that. But the fear that I have to go through every single day is the fear of putting myself out there to post on social media, to not have a lot of traction, to have tons of friends that are famous to some extent, see me on my grind with no traction and like, look at her, she's trying so hard, and not being perfect, not having my life turn out exactly immediately like how I want it to be. That is one of the fears that's holding me back. It's afraid of being seen trying and failing in public, having some videos, having barely any views or no interactions, no signs that I'm on the right track. It looks like I'm failing, but technically I'm not, because I'm putting myself out there and I'm taking steps, and this is necessary. Everybody like laughs at you until you succeed. Like everybody judges you and doesn't support you until you've made it. And now your dreams didn't seem as crazy after all. Once you overcome the fear of trying, you will find a solution to everything. So you will get what you deserve. Because every time you'll have an obstacle from trying different things, I mean, all you'll have to do is, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? How can I be a problem solver? What can I do to overcome this? Like, you will have this mindset where you can do anything because you know what you want. You have that fuel and you're a problem solver. And there's literally nothing that will stand between you and your dreams. Your fears are holding you back from that dream life that you want. And when you close your eyes and you dream big and you know what you're capable of, it is as real as it gets. Because you can make reality whatever you want. You are the only one that's creating these limitations around the life that you have. But whatever you want out of life, whatever change you want to see, whatever things you want to achieve, you're the one that's holding you back. No one else. So stop being in your head. Stop feeling like you're being stupid or you're feeling embarrassed. It's not that deep. Because people love to hate on the journey. People love to make you feel like it's cringy and embarrassing until you're successful. The reason why people love to hate on you is because they're probably jealous that you have the courage to do that. They also hate that you're being authentic to who you are because they don't have the courage to be themselves, to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is the way to connect with real people. And that's one of the best feelings to have, is to feel connected to others. And those people that judge you have this shell that they cannot connect to anyone and they're lonely. And those are the people that need to heal and that you just need to feel compassionate for, not feel like they're the reason why you're not getting after what you want. And then people hate that you also look confident doing it. People hate to see you confident when they're insecure. They'd rather you stay insecure with them. And then they stay in their victim mindset and blame the world for their issues. So you need to start focusing on you and not caring about what anyone else says. If you think, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I want, be resourceful and use Google. Like, there are so many things. Let's say you want money. Like, this is a common thing. Let's say you want money. Go on Google. How do I make more money? And you'll find out that it's not by being an employee. It's probably by being an investor or a business owner. And then you go on that. How do I become a business owner? And then they tell you, you need to find your audience. You need to research the market. You need to be able to solve a problem. You take one step at a time. But your fears are holding you back right now. And if you don't want it bad enough, it's because you have not faced your pain and your past and your failures and taken full accountability of your life right now. Because the life that you have right now is exactly what you deserve. Because if you think that way, this is empowering. If the life you have right now is what you deserve and is the result of the actions you've taken in the past, that means that the actions you take in the future will give you a different life, and you can actually take control of what that future life looks like because you're in control of your life and you will get what you deserve. So if you put the effort every day, you will have results, the results that you want. And it's not supposed to be easy. People are always looking to have the hack, the easy way out, the secret recipe to success. You just have to put the work. People want to be millionaires. People want to start the business. People want to be influential online, to be in a healthy relationship, to have the perfect body. But no one wants to put in the work. That's so delusional. And you will find in the process that you actually will enjoy the grind, because you will get rewards over and over again when you see progress happening. Maybe in the moment you won't like it because it will feel shitty, but it won't be long until you see some sort of traction, some sort of result, some sort of sign that you're on the right path. And hold on to those. Believe in yourself. Nothing worthwhile is easy. Everything of value is hard to have. And that's what makes it valuable, because it is hard. So embrace when things are hard. So what's next? Identify who you want to be. Just have some sort of vision where you want to go. Create some sort of values or some vision board, or just have an idea of the person you want to be and the life you want to have. That's exciting. But then you have to analyze your pain. Because right now, everyone carries pain, but we numb it with our addictions. We numb it with our phone. We numb it with social media, our TV, reality shows, alcohol, weed, partying, friends. We numb our pain by distracting ourselves. But take all of those distractions away and just face your pain. Sit down, just you and the wall or a piece of paper, and journal and write down and ask yourself questions. Truly, sabotage is usually self-induced. It's rarely external factors, because shit happens to everyone. But your outcome is decided by how you react to what happens to you. That's where the power lies. It's your reaction to things. So analyze your pain and then get to know yourself fully. Everything about yourself. You want to be so confident about knowing yourself, because that will give you so much power and trust in who you are. If you know all of your imperfections, when something happens, you're not going to be surprised or caught off guard. I know my shortcomings. And when things don't work out as planned because I suck at something or I have these flaws, well, I'm working on it. And I'm not surprised when I react a certain way, because I'm like, okay, I do have a tendency to react that way, but how can I change that? And you become more self-aware and mindful, and then you feel empowered. I don't care that I'm not perfect anymore. I don't care. I embrace the imperfection. That's what makes so much beauty in who I am. It makes me unique. And then finally, you want to just be able to make better decisions. Like I said, cut off all the distractions, because your daily habits are your projections of your end goals. Very simple. And I like to remind myself of this saying: lack of self-discipline is lack of self-respect. So start respecting who you are, respect your desires, and show yourself that you respect yourself by being disciplined in getting what you want and what you will deserve eventually. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of this. Thanks for being part of my team and watching until the end. We're going to create a beautiful community here where we support each other and love each other and just push ourselves towards where we want to go. This is wonderful. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next few days in a new video. Okay. Bye.